Donkalicious, what's going on in your world?
I watched a little bit of AEW. I don't even remember what night it was. Was it Friday's show?
No, it was Wednesday night.
Oh, it was Wednesday. Oh, yeah, it was Wednesday night. Dynamite!
Is that where you want to start, big guy?
I mean, like, if you're throwing the ball to me, yeah, I might as well. I mean, get it out of the way.
Okay. So I was coming home. On Wednesday night, and
I'm coming. I'm coming for you, boy. And I'm coming hard. I'm just going to come as hard as I can.
And I was taking a dump, and Tony decided to text me at 8:37.
So you got shit in the toilet and on your phone.
This Hangman Swerve match was dog shit. So I said, I just got home. Who won? No one. Time limit. Overbooked nonsense. I said, of course. And he said, and woo energy on the screen the whole time.
Oh, my God. It's fucking stupid. That's all you see is that fucking caricature of Ric Flair that says woo energy. Oh, my God. Dude, I don't know what you know what possessed me? I was like, people always talk about how good Swerve is and how good this series was, even though I think I remember seeing one of the other matches and I didn't really care for it either. I don't remember. And then I was like, oh, Sting and Darby are wrestling tonight. They're wrestling Big Bill and What's His Nuts. And I was like, yeah, I think I might tune into this. Something inspired me to watch this show. And then about 37 minutes in, something inspired me to fucking shut the TV off and say, fuck this.
So what was it about Swerve and Hangman Page that
it's the same shit. It's like they're standing on the railing and they're holding on to each other to keep balance so one of them could do something to the other. And then a table collapsed, so like they had to figure out how to set up another table because they need to get that spot in. And fucking Swerve hits like 3 moves in a row, and this fucking douchebag with his porn mustache kicks out every fucking time. It's like, what are we doing? Did we really need 30 fucking minutes for this thing? And people, my favorite is afterwards. Like, oh, it was a double heel turn. It was amazing. Pardon my French, but wasn't fucking Swerve being cheered all the way through this fucking thing anyway? So how the fuck was this a double turn? And we all knew that fucking Mustache Boy was a dickhead cocksucker for the past couple of weeks. So where was the double turn? Everything was already there.
Yep.
Like, oh, now we decide, like, hey, okay, he's a heel and he's a face. AEW, by the way, telling us who the heels and faces are? Fuck off.
Tony, I got to ask you, though, there was one part in that match that aggravated me almost more than anything else. And you obviously, you fancy the similar styles of wrestling as I fancy for the most part. Hangman Adam Page, outside the ring, table collapses. He's outside the ring for what? Minute and a half?
Oh, they don't give a fuck. They don't care.
Later on in the match, Swerve goes down. Nana dances around him to revive him before he gets counted out at a count of 10.
Yeah.
Where the fuck was the count before?
Nope.
The rules need to fucking matter. It drives me fucking nuts.
Oh, you know what I did? I didn't leave right after this match. Wasn't the women's match right after this?
I believe so.
Oh, I left during that because I said, who was it? Tony Storm? Oh, and fucking Mixer Bat or whatever the fuck her name is. And I saw those two, and then I saw this in the ring. Who's this? And I said, well, that's enough of this.
Yeah.
Yep. That was when I quit. I forgot. I quit after that one.
So your problem, let's just simplify this for everybody, is the lack of selling and the standing around to set moves up.
Yeah. That's
all. It's all. Look, it's all valid. You're all valid in your anger, but I feel like people need to know why instead of you just going crazy. Like,
this is the kind of shit that I have to deal with. Scott George, friend of the show, not necessarily a friend of mine. From what I can gather, Tony doesn't like much wrestling. No, I love wrestling. I love a competitive match. I love that shit. This is not wrestling. This is not my wrestling, at least. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Yep.
Fucker gets beat up like fucking 45 moves. He's up 10 seconds later.
Mm-hmm.
I finished watching that card from the fucking Garden. You know, it was amazing. Everybody fucking kept selling shit. Dude was like, I forget who it was. It might have been fucking Rene Goulet getting his ass kicked. He gets up for a comeback. He hits one move and he's still fucking selling the fact that he's beat up. Amazeballs.
And his fucking ankle, Swerve's ankle. Oh, how is he going to do that with his
Oh
ankle?
my God. And he
Out of nowhere?
Forget all about it. 20 seconds later.
Yep. Oh, fucking drives me nuts. And you turned it off before Tony Khan's big announcement.
Oh no, I heard that. And he's going, no, you failed. Well, you failed too, cocksucker. And now Tony Khan made you look like a dick. And Samoa Joe's like, oh, stuck in the deck against me. This and that. Whatever, dude. Whatever. Another fucking three-way dance. Another match where the champion doesn't have an advantage. Whoop-de-doo. And I'm not just shitting on AEW for that because I hate when fucking WWE does that shit too. Just fucking tired of it. Can we just have a fucking winner to a finish and just fucking move on? If you don't want to give Swerve the title shot yet, then have him get fucked by Paige. Paige is a heel now, you know. Wouldn't fucking hurt if he won a match by nefarious fucking circumstances, right? Give Swerve an out. That's what heels do. They cheat like motherfuckers and they give the babyface an out. So when push comes to shove, he could always say, it took this, this, and this for you to fucking beat me. Now let's do it without that shit and see what you got. It's simple. I don't even fucking book wrestling and I can figure this shit out.
So
I'm sorry, Matt. What did you think?
No, so this is kind of where we are in wrestling, right? I know you guys might not agree with it. This is the product that's put on 95% of the televisions across the board, right? So for what it was, I didn't think it was terrible. But what bothers me is immediately as soon as it's done, Tony Schiavone, Tony Khan has just made this like they don't let it breathe. They
let
don't
it bake a little bit, man. Let it simmer.
Announce it like before the last segment. I don't like. They're still pulling these guys apart, and like Tony Schiavone's like, I've just heard from Tony Khan that this will be a three-way dance. Like, it doesn't have to be like bang, 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 bang.
Let them go to the back and give them each a reaction. When the announcement's made, they could show Swerve and fucking Nana doing a dance that they're happy that they got a title match, and they could say, we don't care if Hangman's in it. This is our chance. This is our time. And Hangman could go, no, fuck that guy. I had him fucking beat. He shouldn't get a chance at all, blah, blah, blah. And then you could go to Joe and go, you know what? You stack the deck against me all the time. Fuck yous both. I'm going to choke one of you bitches out. That's how you do it.
Marking out fellow podcasters. When I watch AEW, I feel like I'm watching an indie wrestling show instead of a TV presentation.
100%. They can't get it. They can't get out of their own fucking way. They just can't, dude. Somebody's got to tell them, no, don't do this. It's okay not to do all your shit. It is.
Can we like really like be mad at trying to do this differently? Like, is it that serious?
Yeah, because they've been doing the same shit for 4 years. It's not anything different.
Well, no. So I agree with Matt in terms of the announcing shit, like, and already having a graphic ready before the fucking count is made. I agree with that 100%. But and I don't even know if this was a double turn. And like Swerve like was a heel. Like I don't think Swerve ever was a babyface. So I know people are souring on Hangman, but I don't know if this was like a Bret Hart Austin double turn, unless I missed something. But I watched Dynamite and I didn't see it. It was a draw. And now we're going to get a match, a big time marquee match to kind of like co-main event with Sting's last name. So like, because I don't think either Paige or Swerve are there yet for a one-on-one match that would main event. So putting them together with Samoa Joe as almost like a second main event to what is clearly Sting's night, I don't think it's that egregious.
Why can't we just give Joe another challenger then?
Who have they booked in that strong spot?
These
are the two guys.
Well, just check the records.
Orange Cassidy should get that fucking title shot.
Adam Copeland
is number 3. So he's in challenge for another championship.
Yeah, but if one and 2 can fight each other to figure out who the number 1 contender is.
3 doesn't deserve a spot at that table, right?
Let him have a fucking tournament.
I was like super duper high on Joe as champion in that Hook match, but he has not wrestled once since he defended the title against Hook. And
Because AEW, they don't know what to do, man. They just don't. They start building shit up like in an awesome way, and then it just fucking falls off.
Oh fuck! So I'm gonna go back to when I was talking to Slick Mick. We were talking we were talking about wrestling that I enjoy and that he enjoys in today's wrestling, and Slick Mick, unprompted, said Tony Khan is just a man playing with his action figures, and I almost shit my pants because I told him, I said, Mr. Karch, I've been saying that for at least 2 years, and it makes me very happy to hear somebody like you say it too.
And it's definitely right, and it's not perfect, but I think AEW has been a lot better than it has been in the past. They're doing the best they can without certain people there. So like they're trying with Swerve. They're trying with Page again. It just is what it is. We just have and now it's Matt. It's gonna have a huge uptick when Okada and Ospreay come in. I think it's gonna be presented better than it ever has been for wrestling fans. They're not gonna draw anyone new, but they'll still be like, I'm gonna be more intrigued by it.
So it depends. I did Bread Club today with Kieran, and part of the for me, and I think I can speak for Kieran because we kind of agree that part of the appeal for the Okadas and the Ospreys and even the Jay Whites and Tanahashis of the world is that you don't get to see them every week on TV, right? So it feels a little more special when you do get to see him, right? Jay White's on Dynamite every week, and I'm the biggest fucking Jay White fan there is now. I could care less. Like I'm not tuning. I don't want to see Jay White. What's he? The Ring of Honor 6-man champion, and he's teaming with the Acclaimed now. Like it's just there's nothing special about him. And Will Ospreay's going to show up next week. Because he's on the road to Revolution, whatever, and he's going to beat fucking Matt Sydal on Rampage or some useless throwaway match, and he's going to end up in the ring with, like, Hook, and I'm not going to fucking care. So you can be excited for Okada to show up and Will Ospreay, but I don't know. Like, I don't have enough confidence in Tony Khan to book them in a story or a way that would make them feel as important as they are.
Right, and that's fair, but let's not pretend like this is the first time that's ever happened with any company. Harley Race was the NWA World Champion time and time again, went to WWE because it was a new opportunity and was the king. So, like, it's not like we're not like reaching new ground here where people have to be used the same way they were used somewhere else. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't always have to be what you were here is what you have to be there.
Right, but he's got a big announcement. He announces he signs Will Ospreay on World's End so you have big expectations for him. You're doing a show out of Boston called Big Business where Mercedes Moné is going to show up. She has to be in the women's title picture immediately. Yeah. You can't have her show up and beat fucking Queen Amandala or whatever the fuck her name is.
Wait, time out. What?
What?
Yeah, she hasn't won any matches. How could she be the title picture?
Yeah,
right
she's
away?
0-0, bro.
That's bro.
Look,
I didn't want the rankings to come back. I don't know what to tell you.
Somebody like a Sasha Banks coming in, you have to know that the other promotion knows who she is, right? Like, so somebody like that, you might get away with injecting them into something.
Tournament.
But what's wrong with bringing in somebody like a Will Ospreay or an Okada to have some fucking vignettes to build this up? You know what I'm saying? Do something. Give me fucking 30 seconds. Give me just like a shadow of him or something.
That's a great point.
Or like him talking with fucking like a caption underneath that says like, like I'm coming and I mean business. Something stupid like that. And just like fucking like coming soon. And then the next week you just see Okada on the screen. It's like, oh shit. And then a couple weeks in, he makes his debut. Let him kick the shit out of Johnny Silver for fucking 4 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Build him up. Let people know who he is, what his talents are, what his finish is. Yeah. Let him fucking get in the ring and do the Rainmaker so people go, holy shit, he took that motherfucker's head off. Now this guy means something.
Tony, you're so right because AEW has always fallen into the habit, which is fun in the moment, of just turning the lights off, and then there's your surprise.
Yeah, but that's the problem. Like it's like we said earlier.
That is the problem.
Let the shit bake. Fucking turn the oven on and just let it sit for an hour. Let it sit for 90 minutes.
I couldn't agree more. And I think with a guy like Okada or a guy like, we already know Ospreay's coming, right? Because he was on the show months ago saying that he was going to be here. But Okada is Matt. Yeah, how would you introduce Okada to like the full-time American? Even though AEW's audience probably already knows him anyway, but like, how would you do it?
Well, I think Tony's idea with the vignettes is great. You also have fucking Kenny Omega there. Even if he's on the shelf, like Omega Okada trilogy is really what put fucking New Japan in the eyes of a lot of American fans. Yeah. So like use Kenny Omega to be like, oh, he's showing up, he's coming. I've been on the receiving end of that move, and that might be the most devastating move I've ever taken. Like, use what you have. Like, Tony's right, man. You don't need to just, it's like fucking cooking a perfect steak. You just can't fucking press it down on the grill and cover it. You got to let it fucking sit and cook, and then you got to let it cool, and so it's perfect. Like, there's no need to rush this. People know he's coming, but goddamn, make it feel like a special event. Tony's absolutely right, 100%.
I agree.
Let him murder a couple of people.
Oh, yeah.
That's all. Seriously.
Yeah, it's it's funny because Mark and Out said that Dynamite feels like he's watching indie show, but Collision, I think is like 100 times better than Dynamite.
Yeah, I watched both, and I enjoyed Collision more, but I didn't hate Dynamite either. But I enjoyed Collision a lot more.
Does this mean I'm gonna have to watch Collision this week?
I think, Tony, you might. I think it's almost like the Raw SmackDown comparison back in the day, where like Raw had what they were doing, whatever, and then SmackDown had Heyman and his guys, and it was a very wrestling-centric show.
Yes. Like the Guerreros and the Benoits and the Shelton Benjamins and Charlie Haas's and the Rey Mysterios, and it was, Kurt Angle. Like, yes, that's 100% accurate.
Don't get there's going to be there was a fucking throwaway Blackpool Combat Club match this week against two nobodies from fucking CMLL because everybody else is in Japan for Fantastic Mania.
Yeah, way to get those new fucking CMLL guys over. I'm gonna make them drink their fucking blood.
But it looks like it might set up the Blackpool Combat Club against FTR, so that could be fun. I really like Daniel Garcia against Shane Taylor. And then because I'm a fucking New Japan mark, Big Tom Ishii and Pockets was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and also you had Daniel Garcia's interaction with Copeland. And that was pretty fun. That was a nice exchange. And just kind of healing him a little bit, saying you're not taking food off my fucking family's table and all that bullshit.
Oh, fuck Edge, too. He's got more than enough food on his fucking table. Fucking asshole. Milk your wife's big tits. You'll have plenty of fucking food.
Mark announces not just Dynamite. All of the shows are like that. There's hardly any stories, and then people are like, the stories are in the matches, and that's why it's like an indie show.
I think they've gotten better. Matt.
I think they've gotten better,
Kevin,
too.
I really do think they've gotten better with their stories. They're trying more. Like, I feel like Tony is like hearing the criticism, and he's trying at least. Now, are there all going to be home runs, HK? No, probably not. But I think he's definitely doing more than he has in the past.
Well, no, they're not all going to be home runs, but it'd be nice if the motherfucker could hit a double.
I mean,
can we get some guys in scoring position, for Christ's sake? That's a baseball reference, Matt.
Thanks,
I'm the fucking expert.
Yeah, put Tony the baseball expert on your nameplate there.
Well, we have new. Excuse me. What is this? Mike Peterson says currently stealing Diana. Rest in peace, HK.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means.
You trying to steal my mom, bro?
I don't know what that means. Is this breaking news?
No.
Sting and Darby Allin beat Big Bill and Ricky Starks to become the AEW World Tag Team Champions.
Oh, and then the fucking Handjob Express came in with fucking lead pipes, these fucking douchebags.
Matthew and Nicholas?
Oh, fuck them. And the fact that you call them Matthew and Nicholas, you should fuck off, too.
That's what they would like to be referred to as now.
What, the fuck offs?
No, Matthew and Nicholas. Their birth
Good
names.
for them. Great. Wonderful.